Hello, we're Team 12. I'm Hunter Karen.
I'm Joanne Tang.
And I'm Naja Ross.
And this is our presentation for Design Phase 2 of Project Hit and Move.
So we have just completed Design Phase 2 of our project, which is the Concept Development Phase. So in this presentation, we will be going over the project management, the intellectual properties, our process of the concept generation and selection, the failure modes and effects analysis, as well as the economic analysis on the investment proposal.
So as Joanne said, we are currently finishing up Design Phase 2, meaning that we are just right on track with our schedule to finish Project Hit and Move. We will now be beginning Design Phase 3 in a few days, and that should put us as meeting our deadline of December 1st, 2017.
So in order to begin our designs for the different stations that we chose, we had to do some research on patents. So using this table, we researched certain patents that related to our project to see what designs we could and could not do. We researched 5 different patents, kind of with the same format of the patent number, the date it was created, also the description of the patent, and also if it was still active. We actually found that a lot of the patents weren't active, but we were able to gain some ideas for our project. After researching the patents, we began to create some designs for the 3 different stations. This is an example of the concept combination table for station 1, which is a pendulum. So we use different types of ideas of how the ball will be entered, how the ball will be hit, where it will get its energy from, and then after those kind of designs, we use different designs. We use different combinations from each design to choose what design we would want for the pendulum for that station. We did this 3 times for all of 2 other stations. After creating the concept combination table, we created 2 different tables using the final designs, almost final designs for the 3 different stations. We used the concept scoring and the concept screening table, and we came up with these 3 final designs for the pendulum. For the pendulum, the banked road, and the elevator. The pendulum has a ramp connected to it. The banked road is elevated, and the elevator has strings attached to the top.
So for the failure modes and effects analysis, we identified certain potential risks in each station and how the causes of these risks and how they could be prevented. So one of the potential failure modes for station 1 is that the pendulum won't swing when it's hit by the domino. This can be caused by the screw on the pendulum rod being too tight. If the pendulum does not swing, it won't cause the ball to accelerate and progress onto the other stations. So in order to prevent this, we advise that before starting the station, the user should give a small tap to the pendulum to make sure that it's able to swing loosely. If this doesn't occur, the screw needs to be loosened in order for the pendulum to swing freely. For station 2, which is the banked road, the biggest potential failure mode is that when the ball rolls up to the banked road, it will roll up a little bit and then start to fall backwards and roll backwards. This can be caused by the angle of the slant on the banked road being too high. So in order to prevent this, we should set a maximum angle that the banked road can be at while still allowing the ball to roll through it. If it's greater than this angle, then it needs to be lowered, otherwise the ball will roll backwards. If the ball doesn't roll onto the banked road, it again won't be able to progress into the next station. Lastly, in station 3, which is the elevator, one of the potential failure modes is that the Arduino won't function properly. This can be caused by an error in the sketch. So this is very difficult to avoid since the sketch is modified frequently by the students in order to adjust the different settings for the station. So to prevent Arduino malfunctions, we advise that the Arduino is ran on that station alone before running the entire BRG so that we know that it will function properly by itself.
So this is the cash flow diagram for our investment proposal. As you can see, we are requesting an initial one-time investment of about $15,925 at the start of the project. In addition to this initial investment, there will also be an annual recurring investment of about $11,250, which will mostly cover overhead costs. The team will return the investment over 6 quarterly payments of about $10,312 each, starting with at the end of the 7th quarter, and these will continue on until the end of the 3rd year. Until the end of the 3rd year. This will return the investment to VTEPs at an effective annual percentage rate of about 21.55%. So in conclusion, there are very few patent restrictions that the team needs to be aware of while we begin work on this project. We have selected the pendulum, bank track, and elevator designs as shown earlier in this presentation, based off of their adjustability and their ability to demonstrate a particular physics concept. For station 1, which was the pendulum, the greatest risk is the pendulum possibly failing to be triggered. The greatest risk for station 2, the banked road, is the possibility of the ball rolling backwards on the banked road. And the greatest risk for station 3 would be an Arduino malfunction. And station 3, I will remind you, was the elevator obstacle. We have developed, as you have also seen earlier in the presentation, we have developed appropriate actions designed to mitigate these risks. And finally, we also discussed the investment proposal, which will be returned to VTEPs at an annual percentage rate of about 21.55%. Thank you for watching this presentation.